The film begins with us seeing that the land was no longer suitable for human habitation due to weather issues and wars. That's why the rich people who lived on Earth have gone to the other planet Kepler 209 from here. Everything was going very well there earlier, however, they later discover that the people living there are unable to have children due to a disease. Now, if the people who live there will not do anything to save themselves, all of the people who are present here will perish one day. The people here decide that they will send their team to the Earth on a mission. There were 3 people in that team, including the girl Blake and her other 2 companions. As Blake's team reaches the Earth, due to weather problems on Earth, their contact with their planet ends and their spaceship is destroyed and falls into the water, but anyway, Blake and her team were saved in it. They couldn't live in the water for long, so Blake saves her companions there. She puts oxygen mask on one of her companions because he was having trouble breathing. This was because these people had never come to Earth and atmosphere here was still not suitable for them to live. Anyway, now when Blake goes to save her other companion, she also becomes unconscious. She comes to her senses and sees that her companion was dead. The companion who saved her was still badly injured. Now as she gets a little better, she takes her companion to a spaceship where they could breathe. She says, "Look, we are safe here." After it, she wanted to go out to see if anyone still lives on Earth or those who live there, are they alive? She goes near the water and sees the animals there. At the same time, she was talking to her injured companion on the radio. Her companion tells her to check her fertility. Here he was asking Blake to check the changes in her body. When she takes out her machine and takes her test, it was still negative. Now it was night, it was very foggy at night and Blake could not see anything. Then she tells her companion to fire a flare gun and her companion does the same. Because of the light of that gun, someone else had found out about them. Then there are some people who take Blake's companion with them. Blake finds her companion but he was not there. Suddenly, someone attacks Blake, takes her with him unconscious. Her companion was also with her when she comes to her senses and they were locked in a room. Actually, they were caught by humans who survived on Earth and lived here. They had a small tribe, there was also a leader of their tribe. Blake asks these people for her stuff, in which there was her red box. There were a lot of medicines in it and her useful things too. Now the leader of the tribe gives her that box but she asks her to treat their injured companion first. Now after treating the companion of the tribe, she goes to her companion and says, "I have seen their children. It means that people living on Earth can give birth to children." Blake says if we can escape from here, we can also find the people of the spaceship who had come here on a mission before us. Her companion, who was very injured, says that my condition is not well and if I stay with you, then how long will you keep me with you? I can't even walk now and if I stay with you, you can never complete your mission. That's why Blake's companion takes out the poison medicine from his locket and eats it. It causes her companion to die. Blake becomes depressed to see this. Here she also remembers her past. Actually, her real mission was that the people who had come to Earth on a mission before, among them were Blake's dad, and she came to Earth from her planet to find them. Now in these thoughts, Blake falls asleep. When her eyes open, some children were pouring water on her and made fun of her. When Blake talks to those children, they don't understand her language. Actually, the people living on Earth spoke their own language. Here she meets a girl who was the daughter of the leader of the tribe here. That girl was looking at Blake. She tries to make her a drawing and explain that she wanted her red box, which was very important for her. The girl gets ready to help her but suddenly some people attack there. Everyone was scared of them and running away, and especially the children were very scared. Now she comes out and sees the leader's daughter who had a red box. After some time she becomes silent when Blake sees everyone. The leader was looking for her daughter while crying a lot. They took the leader's daughter with them who attacked here. The leader of the tribe goes to find her daughter with a flare gun. Blake also goes behind her. After moving at a distance, they see the people who attacked here are putting the caught people in a ship. The leader's daughter was also among them, and the leader now starts using the flare gun here, but Blake stops her from doing this and says, "Look, if we do this then they will catch us too. Then we can never save your daughter," but the leader does not listen and drives the gun. Blake then knocks her out and takes the gun from her, driving it to the other side, because of which their attention is on her. Now Blake also sits in their ship quietly. She had found her box. As she was about to pick it up, those people come there. Now Blake also has to hide in the ship with everyone else. They bring all these people to another broken ship. Everyone is lined up there. Here, a boy was taking everyone out of the line and sending them inside and scares everyone by showing the gun. He sees Blake here and stops right next to her. Then he sees her locket and takes her with him as he knows Blake. This boy brings her to his leader, whose name was Gibson. Gibson tells, "When I came on Earth from my planet, you were younger. I know you." Then a small child comes there about whom he tells that I have adopted him. Now he also asks about Blake's spaceship. She tells that it is destroyed and my companions have also died who had come with me on a mission. I have a red box which will help us in contact with our planet, and that box is on your ship, but your men are not letting me take it. After it, Blake asks about her dad. He had come on a mission with Gibson like Blake. Gibson tells that when we came to Earth your dad was nice to the people who lived here, but when he came to know how your dad wants to call people from his planet here, they went against him. He broke all his stuff which caused his death, but your dad made very good machine designs, on which we are still working today. Now Blake is also given a room to stay on the ship. Here she was feeling the changes inside her means there was such a change in her that she could give birth to babies that she could never do on her planet. After it, Gibson takes her to some children who were studying in the class. They were told about the Kepler planet here, then she goes to that little child who was adopted by Gibson. He was sitting near a small plant and tells Blake that this was a very big tree before. Blake is very surprised to hear this because this was told by her dad when she was young. He told her that all this had already ended on the Earth. Now she asks the child, who told you this? The child tells that a man lives near the engine room, he told me this. Now when Blake checks and someone was really sitting there, she was also convinced that her dad is alive. She asks Gibson, why you lied to me that my father is dead? He says that because of your dad we could not contact our planet till today because he broke all the machines so that no one could come here from the planet. After hearing all this, she meets her dad and asks him while hugging him, why did you leave your little daughter alone? Why did you do this? After saying all this, she leaves being angry with her dad. After it, she was sitting with Gibson's family and eating food. The light goes and a man comes and tells her that the people of the tribe have spoiled the generator. Blake goes and sees that there was none other than the leader of the tribe who came here, looking for her daughter. She holds Blake and asks about her daughter and she takes him to her daughter, but she finds many other small girls there. In the meantime, Gibson's people come, but now Blake asks Gibson, why do you catch such small girls? Then he tells her that all the women on our planet are 35 years old, but it will take 8 years to come here. Then after such a long age, no woman can give birth to a child. That's why I have kept them here. As long as the people of the planet come here, these girls will have grown up and then the people of the planet will come and they will continue their lineage. Blake is very angry with her and stops him from doing this, but he says, we have got your box too, quickly connect it so that we can call people from our planet here. Then he asks his partner to keep an eye on Blake. Blake understands that why did her dad do this? Why did he break all the machines? And Blake attacks him, who is Gibson's partner. She releases the leader's daughter and other girls along with her. Now Blake goes to her dad and tells him the whole truth. He says that Gibson is going with his family to the weather station that is on the other ship. If he does this and call people from our planet, then the people living on the planet will make them their slaves. Then the people of the tribe also attack that ship. Now Blake quickly goes behind Gibson and sees that Gibson was going to contact the people of the planet. Blake points gun at him, but Gibson points gun at that little kid about whom he told that he has adopted this child. After it, he tells this kid's mother to tell Blake the truth. Actually, this little kid was Blake's brother, and as she tells the truth, Gibson ends that kid's mom. Blake also throws a gun to save the child. After it, Gibson sent a message to his planet, but Blake takes him with her in the water and ends him while drowning him there. Now she was about to drown, but the leader of the tribe takes her out and saves her life. Blake's dad arrives and Blake sits with that little kid, means sits with her brother. He asks if anyone is coming from another planet and Blake says yes, many people, and we have to be ready for every war. This movie concludes here.